So, quick note from editor Joey here. I was going to try to edit this a little bit nicer. I'm getting my wonderfully talented sister to help me on an intro and a logo and everything, but I figured I've waited long enough and just decided to throw this one out there. So, enjoy.
All right, well, welcome back to the second attempt at Last Chance U. This is a quick deck profile going into, I guess, what would technically be the first episode of this series. A quick explanation if you didn't see the failed pilot episode. Turning 30 this year, I just really wanted to take a season to take this game a little bit more seriously and actually try to go to more competitive events rather than just once in a super blue moon, and see if I can actually, do well. I've earned my invite before at some small regionals, but I decided to take a chance with first one of the season being Philly, gotta be the biggest one on the East Coast. They capped out, or they usually cap out. I don't know. Last time I was there, they didn't, but we'll see. It's the week of. This is what I'm bringing. It's a comfort pick. I have Fire Kings minus the wanted stuff, so I wasn't about to go in with budget. But let's just go through the profile super quick. And we'll do a during the event kind of vlog of the rounds, and then maybe post the event like a day or two. I will record my thoughts on all the cards. So there's nothing crazy here. We have 3 Stratos. I've never liked less than 3. I just think it's a great opener. In super droll formats, I get it can be annoying too, but so the 3 Stratos. The 1 liquid. 1 liquid's always been good. There's been times I've been thinking about bumping it up to 2, but it just feels like too much at 2. Shadow Mist, I've joined the bandwagon and pumped it down to 1. I don't know, man. It never felt crazy at 2, but it does suck sometimes when it's I have to dump one and then later I don't have anything else to do with it. But and then the Neos, just needed for the combo where you're going with it. The Destiny Hero lineup, who would have guessed? 2 Mally, a Denier, and Plasma. I played a practice locals the other week and went okay, but I just decided to cut Dark Angel from the main deck. It just doesn't seem like it's doing anything for me, and bringing up Carlos Telemonte's good point is, I've heard him say and other people say too, it's just fodder in a format where SP is around. It just becomes fodder. So it's sitting in the side deck, and I'll kind of talk about my thoughts on that, and I guess we'll see how it goes. But I don't know, in some play testing, it's been okay. Triple Ferris, double Increase, and double Vion. I seriously considered bumping this up to 3. I feel like Droll's going to be there a lot. And this helps to play around Droll, where you can summon it, send the Shadow Mist for a missing piece, right? You can normal summon this, and you'll see I'm playing 3 Mass Change and Mass Change, and that's a play I did at locals that kind of helped me play around the Droll. Sorry if you hear my dogs in the background, but Reinforcement Army, 3 Hero Lives. Still rocking the 2 Poly. I like 2. I did cut it down to the 1 Miracle. If you've seen any of my other profiles, I was rocking 2. Because Miracle into Sunrise into Miracle is kind of sick, on that turn 3. But this seems to be most efficient. 3 Fusion Destiny, and then 3 Mass Change for the last of my fusion spells. So 3 Mass Change, just because I know the Fire King matchup is going to be very annoying. I can't just sit on Plasma or Dark Law, and it feels like I'm going to need multiple things. And this is an easy side out in matchups where it's just not the best. Like, I'm also expecting some cash, because that's been getting a lot of tops recently, so I feel like there's going to be a lot of bandwagon on the cash. And then the one favorite contact for the searching. So that's all the hero stuff, all the in-engine stuff. I bumped it up to 42 cards to fit in 2 extra slots, and those became, well, not the Drolls, but those became Lightning Storms in the main deck. And just for the race matchup, I think it's going to be really good. Still expecting Rescue Ace, and like, you know, it can force out stuff like Little Knight to tag out and like all this stuff, like force their IPs, you know, clear Appos and stuff like that. And I'm just hoping this really comes up clutch. I didn't really get to test with it, but I mean, I bumped my deck up to 42 cards, and these were 41 and 2. So I just couldn't bring myself to cut the main deck Drolls. But I still am playing 3 Droplet and 3 Talents, and then here's the cutesy one called By the Grave. So again, not necessarily Droll, because this only helps you play semi through Droll, because you just rip a card. Not play through Droll, help make it worse for them when they Droll. But yeah, I think like it's going to be more of a hand trap format, so people aren't necessarily ready for Droplets, and Droplets is just good in Heroes in my opinion. There's stuff I want to send, there's stuff I can play and chain to, like yeah, so I don't know. I think these are going to be good. Like, obviously I could do something like this and cut it down to 40 again, take out 2, just play a lot of 2-0s. That's kind of my favorite thing to do for non-engine stuff, but I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I don't mind the 42 card list as of right now. The extra deck is, ooh, it's still out of order, sorry. Is nothing special. So 2 Cross Crusader, 1 Wonder Driver. Dude, sometimes I feel like I want 2 of this, but I guess you kind of run out of gas anyways before that happens. Infernal Devicer. Yeah, I kind of want to cut that. I love that favorite contact line, but it feels like it's, I don't know. There's really just nothing better for us to play. It's the only reason we got it in there. You know what I mean? Then I decided to put back in the Dread Decimator. The Dread Decimator is kind of a last minute decision on my end here. I just want like something to go in when I get Shifter. Like I said, I'm afraid of Cash a bit. Like, I really can't play through Shifter and that test locals. I played Cash and Flu, and I was like, bro, come on. Like, lots of Shifters. And like, this gives me at least a big boy where if they Shifter me and like they don't really have that good of a board either, like, I don't know, I can just like kind of do stuff and get over stuff, especially against Flu. Like, I can get over their similar guys, right? Then I am playing the good boys for the heroes. Oops, the elemental hero boys. Like I said, the Shining Wing Neos, or excuse me, the Shining Neos Wingman. Just for the combo, that like pop like is just so nice, and like it's hard for people to interact with traps sometimes. So the Sunrise, the Infernal Rage, and the Wake Up all in here. I don't think anything crazy. I'm not playing any crazy 2-ofs of any of these. Get me Miracle, get me the trap, tag into him, get me the Miracle. And then this can help me combo to get to Dark Claw, which I think is going to be super huge this event. I'm hoping Dark Claw carries a bit. And then the last of them is the 2 Dark Claw, Speak of the Devil. Yes, I got myself some quarter centuries after I haven't had the, ooh, this one's upside down. Haven't had the ulti in a minute. Got rid of that when it was a little out of my price range anyway, so nice and cheap, and they're pretty. A little obnoxious, but I'll take it. I am playing the Blast. In the couple testings that I've done, it hasn't really come up, which is kind of surprising. Like, I think people will be on Imperum to dodge the talents, the triple T's, the tactics, thrust and talents, I mean. But I don't know. It hasn't come up. It seems like it should be there because my Stratos does need to go through a lot. I just wish like this deck had a 1-card starter. And I think I'm going to start working on a build that that's how it plays. It's just, I think, kind of hard without a Zold, because that was the build. The dogs, dude. 1 Phoenix Enforcer and 1 Dystopia. I know I just said that I'm afraid of cash, but I think cutting for a second Phoenix Enforcer isn't the move for this. I'm expecting to see I'm saying like 2 cash over the, let's say, 8 rounds, right? For all big events, like I put in Dystopia for time. Hopefully I don't have to use it, but it's there if I need it. And then big ol' again, plan B is Baguska, right? So something I can kind of sit on. I still haven't summoned him in testing either, but it feels like he should be there just in case. Now for the side deck. It's a little out of order, not really. We'll talk about the elephant in the room. One second. Okay, so the elephant in the room as far as the main deck goes is the Dark Angel. I moved it to the side, and I moved 1 Rivalry to the side. So I thought about still maining these, because Rivalry is like kind of sick against, not really, but I guess it's kind of sick against Fire Kings. These can still pop stuff, but makes it a little bit harder for them to play. Not necessarily, but I'm not playing all the Spellbound and stuff for it, which maybe I'll pick up last minute, but I just don't think I will. I think I'm just gonna go with this for now. It was pretty hard to like make room, because I don't think I'm gonna be able to get thrust in time for my buddy, but here's what it is. Now the weird package, Shifter, Nib, and a 3rd Droll. Can you guess what's coming with those? Crossout. So I thought about Crossout like the other month when, in Droll formats in general. I even thought about maining this, but I feel like it's too tight and it's like too specific for game 1. I think half will be maining it and half will be siding it. So Nib, I'm unsure how many people will really be playing Nib in this format, but again, like I just can't play through Shifter, so. And sometimes I can't play through Droll either. I can kind of play through Nib, but. So I decided to try this out. When I went to the locals, like it literally didn't come up. Like, not because like they didn't play those cards, but because I didn't freaking see Crossout at all. And actually I wasn't playing Shifter in the side for that at that point either. But I decided to put it in. Duster, because it's Duster. I have main decking the Lightning Storms. And I'm still on 3 Solemn Judgments. I think it's good because people will side in some blowout cards against me. Like, I'm not sure how many people will really be playing, but dude, nothing like they go battle phase, end of battle evenly, and I'm like, nope. Here goes your battle phase, buddy. Right, so right now, if I think honestly these would be thrusts, and I could like play some other stuff, maybe a main thrust, like take the talents and stuff out or something. But and D-Berry again, if it was thrust, probably only play 2 of them. But I'm not sure if there'd really be any Pearly floating around or anything, but any of those synchro decks like Centurion floating around or anything, I wouldn't mind having a turn skip against them. And in the event that I see it, or I think they'll also be playing this, I also hate playing against Chimera, but this kind of stuff. But being able to cross out the D barrier too is kind of nice. I don't know if I'll end up doing that or anything, but So there is the profile for the Philly Regionals in January of 2024. Let's put the good boy on top, Stratos here. Like I said, I'll try to give a update as I go. My first time trying to keep track of all this stuff, and I haven't been to a big regionals in like 2 years. So, yeah, wish me luck.
Okay, so we made it to the Philly Regionals. Got here plenty early to write down my deck list, get in line, get registered, put new sleeves on, the whole shebang. Got zilch out of my packs, of course. Got an old show, but a shitty one. And I guess we'll see how we do. Bringing heroes as always, baby. I'll try to give updates the best I can. First time doing a vlog style thing like this, so who the fuck knows how it's gonna go. But see you later. Okay, round 1 in the books. We took it with heroes. We played against what my buddy was calling Daruma Cannon Turbo, who's playing like lab with Backjack, and he sided into some Rescue Ace stuff too, which was pretty wild. Game 1, I did like full board with Dark Law DPE, and I had the pops with the trap, so no matter what he set, I was pretty good. He did out some stuff, but just couldn't keep playing. And then game 2, boy wrecked me with EEV. I opened terribly anyways. It was like increase, double poly, FD, and Droll. Droll didn't do much. I kept it in with just because I didn't have anything else to put in there for that matchup, because I already have the Lightning Storms and I put in the Feather Duster. So, and then didn't even matter. He had D-barrier set, he told me after anyways, so got that. And then game 3, I went first, got DP Dark Law, and then didn't get to the trap because he drolled me. Still haven't seen cross out, don't even know why I'm playing it at this point. And so then he just couldn't out everything. I popped some good stuff, sniped some stuff, went full OTK, so it was a quick game. So yeah, they're faring well, and I picked up this sick deck box. Got one for me and my buddy, so maybe it's good luck. I don't know. Round 2, took the L to my buddy Jared playing race. Game 1, bricked hard. He bricked, but he opened Fenrir, and it just turned and beat down. Like, I couldn't do anything. I literally opened Talents. It was Talents. Oh, sorry. Talents, double mass change, or double Talents, double mass change, and Mally, and then drew into the trap. And I was just like, sick. So that wasn't going anywhere. Game 2, played through a couple hand traps, ended on DPE Dark Law. So took that game and ripped one out of his hand with Talents. Game 3, he set up full board, opened no hand traps, including an Apo, an IP, and the back row. And I tried to play through it a little bit, went through, and then came back to me, tried to play through again. He ashed my FD, so couldn't do anything about that. And yeah, I mean, he outplayed me. I went droplets on, like, chaining to FD, the second FD, by the way. It's stuck to my hand today. and he chained his trap, then IP, which I didn't even think about doing. So I had sent 3 cards, including the negated normal summon liquid, just threatening the Stratos to pop his back row, and or trying to bait out some of his Apo or something, right? And so then he chained and then smoked me from there. So that sucks. Lost my notepad after the last round, so good thing I've been recording these, or else I wouldn't remember anything that happened. So just played against Fire Kings with Tri Brigade. He didn't say any of the wanted stuff. I asked him after, but he was playing it. Game 1, I broke his board and ended up winning like that with just like Plasma and DPE and shit. Dude, Plasma's coming in pretty clutch. Like, makes me feel like I should be playing D-Force too. So even if I send it, like maybe I can get it back. Problem is that deck has outs to it, right? If I don't have Dark Law up, they can pop my whatchamacallit by destroying the Kieran or whatever. Actually, I think that just needs to be destroyed, not even sent to grave, so whatever. But game 1 went really long though. Game 2, I just couldn't get around it. He held his Ash for FD, which was weird because like I had a weird hand, but I got into what would have been full combo, but I decided to try to set up Plasma, Dark Law, DPE instead of going for the favorite trap and all that bullshit. So then I got smoked by that. And then game 3, kind of like Ash at a weird time too, and like, oh wait, that was game 3. Yeah, so like, and he couldn't put up a very big board or whatever because I Talents ripped a card to his island. He ended up going Fenrir. I just had the 3 monsters. I didn't want to just leave Plasma up so I could Dark Law. And like, if he went into Shurig, I wouldn't be like, I have to choose over Plasma or Dark Law if he started going that way. Eventually, he had 1 card left, had no cards in hand, then went for a Search Garunix. I used Dark Law, hit the Garunix, and then he Fenrir banished it, attacked over a guy for 600, my Stratos, and I reset the Increase. And then Increase used his effect, bring back out Vion, sent a Mali, and we were going to time here, so it passed back to me. I got to main, summoned Mali. I had Poly, Plasma, and Neos in hand. So what I did was, not the most efficient way, but I used the Poly to get into Sunrise, Search Miracle, just Miracle for whatever. It was the Infernal Rage, made Cross Crusader, searched out the Denier, linked into Wonder Driver, reset the Poly, summoned like with the Wonder Driver, or excuse me, with the Mali, and then got it that way. I normal summoned the Denier, reset the Poly, and then polyed into the Dystopia for game and time, because I only did the 600 damage, and that was 11, so I hate winning in time, but that's why I put that card in, especially for these kind of events. I rarely will use the other guy, and if I'm going to rarely use a card, might as well eke me out some wins. So, hey, hate winning like that, but guy was a good sport, and we got it, so. Well, not much to say that time. Played against Rescue Ace Fire King. He got me game 1, I got him game 2. Both were grind games, and we went to freaking time again. So, Dystopia coming in clutch, won it with the time. Never feels good. Lost the last round. Misplayed so fucking hard in game 3. I got trolled against Rescue Ace, and I like tried to push for DP Dark Law, and I lost all my hand resources because I couldn't draw off a liquid and stuff. But I miscounted, and I ended up with just Sunrise Dark Law. Because for some reason I thought I had Denier engraved to recycle the Mali. And so then like when he cracked it and then like battle phase ran over the dark law after he got rid of the sunrise, like I just messed up and like I had linked off the Shadow Mist. So what should have happened was I should have just left Shadow Mist and made Wonder Driver. I would have Dark Lawed into underneath, right? He gets over that through the battle phase, which is fine. But then my next turn I would have had Stratos, Liquid, Poly, the search off of Shadow Mist, a mass change set. So I probably would have searched Denier to recycle everything. And then I drew Ferris. So it literally, like, Rescue Ace board, just the back row, bro, I can crack through a pop, a negate, and a book. No problem with all that. Like, that's a lot. So, you know, woe is me. That's what happens when you don't play enough. And I misplayed that one. But, you know, smoked them game 1. Game 2 was kind of a grind. We got deck checked and got a time extension. But game 3, man, I just really fucked that up, man. But it happens, right? Live and learn. So X2, so 3-2. Oh my God, this is such a long regional. It's just 10 rounds. Got a lot to go. I'll play till X4, I think, if that happens, because I want to get this invite. So the X3, there's a chance if I have good tiebreakers. And I've been near the top the whole time, so hopefully my opponents are doing well. Just won that last round. It was Vanadium. He bricked game 1. All I had, like he said Imperm, I opened Lightning, and literally Strauss, he asked the Strauss, I had nothing else. So poked, set Forbidden Droplets. He still had nothing. And like I had rotoed for Liquid, and I had Poly too. So, no, I ripped Poly, and then like got sick draws off the Liquid. It was Mally and Talent, and so then he ashed again, something, I forgot what, and then I like had like the best rip Mally, and so I ditched Mally, and I was like, he's like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna scoop. I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. Game 2, he full fucking comboed me. He's not playing the lock, so good guy. And then I couldn't break that. I tried my hardest, but in game 3, got through some stuff with some interruptions. Wasn't the strongest board. He had Fenrir to out the Dark Law, bane of my existence today. And then, but I had ripped the D barrier off the Liquid. Liquid's been coming in so clutch drawing it today, or those draws. So then I eventually just kind of clapped back after that. But, you know, good game, good guy. Weird games, dude. Weird games all day. That was round 6, currently 4-2. We'll see. Well, last round kind of sucked. I played against my buddy playing Bestial Centurion. Why am I keep playing so many of my friends? And the Bestials just fucked me. He had hand traps and Bestials. Game 1, like nothing was really happening, and then he hand trapped and Bestial the shit out of me, and then I passed, and then ended up going pretty much full combo anyways. Most of the way there, and then got there on my turn to lock me out, which sucks. But in game 2, again, got the shit hand trapped and Bestialed out of me, and it was funny because he doesn't really know what most of the hero cards do, but like I just didn't have extenders to play through hand traps plus Bestials, you know? So it didn't take much. It's not like he like wombo comboed me like the second game or anything, but so now that puts me at 5-3. I guess I'll play this next round, see what happens. If I win, might as well play last round, see if I get the invite. I mean, I'm here anyways. If I lose, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to drop and head home, but it is what it is. One of my losses is 1,000% my fault, nothing else but.
Maybe my other losses I could have played a little bit better. Nothing's ever like well, it's not like I just fully bricked both games, you know. Got a little greedy on some, and but not bad so far. Again, we'll just see how it goes next round. Who knows? Maybe I'll get the invite. So I lied last time. That was round 7, so I was 4-3. But now I'm 5-3. Played against Lab. He had like set like 2 and like kind of passed. And I went through everything and ended up OTKing with the big wake up, which was sick. Oh yeah, because he summoned the other one too. So I just burned him for a game like that. And then game 2, he went full balls to the wall and got D barrier set, which sucked. So I couldn't play through that. I could have maybe eked one out, but I forgot that the labyrinth trap can bounce a guy, so I kind of fucked up that. And then game 3, I went balls to the wall and finally opened cross out versus Droll. So I think I'm gonna keep cross out in because like that hand would have been an auto lose. And I went full combo. So I went Dark Law, DP, Plasma, and I also had the Solemn in case of evenly. So it hasn't come up, but it was there, and I don't think that I had something else to put in besides just more hand traps as far as like Solemn and stuff goes and crossouts. So I mean, we'll see. It did me good this round, so you know, first regionals of the season, haven't really played a lot. 5-3, maybe I can bubble top 64 get invite. We'll try to get invite on this. I'm here, right? Just played against Red Dragon Archfiend. That was round 9, took it. Actually lost game 2. Well, that was crazy. Like, you can just put up the 2 negates real easy, but I had droplets, and going first game 3, he nibbed. I had enough interruption to keep him from actually playing, so that was wild. But one more round. If I win, probably get an invite. If not, then I just sat here all day to go X4.
Rough way to end. Lost that to Fire King. Dogmatic Fire King. Dogmatic shit didn't matter at all. Weird hands, a little bit of misplay, and honestly, he just had the stuff to out it. Now, I don't think he played the deck perfect. I think he had weird hands too, / bad hands, but you know, nib and then the next card being fucking cross out really sucks. So it is what it is. We went 6-4 at the Philly Regional. Not the worst thing ever. I mean, it is like one of the biggest regionals. I think the biggest regional on the East Coast. So you know what? I'll take it. And plus, the guy I was playing, like, we were basically fighting for that. He really wanted it, and you could tell. Like, he was stressing out over the game, which was stressing me out a little bit too. But you know, he was a nice guy, so I guess we'll get into the next event. I mean, in a couple months there's a regional here again. Maybe it's tough where I live. There's just not a lot of small ones. I could travel all the way up to New York, but I don't know when the next time they're gonna have one is. But it is what it is. We tried our best, learned from our mistakes, and yeah, I guess we'll see you next time. Maybe I'll try to hit up some more locals, hang out with my buddies, use it as an excuse. But until next time. Okay, so it is a couple days post the Philly Regionals. You saw my round by round. I was able to record that quickly in between rounds. Didn't really go as planned, but you know, I think a solid couple things were my own misplays. I played the exact profile you saw before.
Okay, so talking about the profile, let's just go backwards with the talent, or the droplets came up clutch against a Red Dragon Archfiend player in one of the later rounds. It didn't really do too much besides that. It did force some stuff out. I misplayed with it one time with IP, and I really should have just sent 2 against my buddy Jared, and I sent 3 out of my hand, just trying to like do them all, and he chained the race trap and then chained IP to that, and it's like that was an interaction I didn't think of. And it was because I think I lightning and then chained this, or else I should have just done it in the standby, and that is another big kind of learning point for like using this card properly. Also, I think I need to get some like secrets. I like the secrets better for all 3 of these. But yeah, I mean, but they did okay. There was these didn't clog up too much, but there were games where they did. It made me slightly regret doing that, and maybe I should have done this. Just like, I think this might have actually helped a little bit, you know, just 2-2-2. Yeah, maybe I wouldn't see them quite as much. And I did all the math on it, but I think just turning the ability from drawing 2 of them, like specifically 2 of them, not 1 or more, like you go through geometric calculators, like 1 or more, yeah, it goes up a little bit, but the ability to draw 2 increases much more when you have 3 of them, if you know. And I think that was the downfall of a couple of my hands. Again, not saying I played like perfectly or anything at all, but I think that's one thing I would change. Maybe instead of droll, just relegate them to the side. I think I got to cross out once anyways. So like those were okay. Called by was kind of clutch. The rest of the deck I thought was fine. I just kind of put them in order here already. So the rest of the deck I thought was fine. Here's all like the fusion spells and hero stuff. Like you saw like the profile already. The Vions, I actually got to pull off, I think once, maybe twice, or definitely once, maybe twice, where I got to normal summon Vion, send Shadow Mist or like something, you know, and then so Vion and then chain mass change to it. So like I would have the Dark Claw out when I added, so then I was safe from droll in game 2. And I think he said he had droll, or is that the same game where he went to droll me, and I was like, no, a Dark Claw. That's like why I did that, right? Which is pretty nice knowing that play actually came up. 2 increase. Did I draw a double? Man, it's been a few days. I actually don't remember at all, but you know, whatever. You kind of have to play these. I didn't see a single cash anyways, which is kind of funny. That I was so worried about it. Like, so I didn't ever side in the. Oh, where's my side? I didn't ever side in the cross out and D-shifter package. Or I think I did one time because I didn't even play Flu, right? Yeah. This kid who was playing Labyrinth had played Flu at locals before. Yeah, dude, I ran into a couple local guys, which is fucking ridiculous. It always happens. But yeah, I mean, overall, it was a pretty good experience. Am I happy with the way I played? No. Am I, like, content, I guess? Yeah, we'll go with that. It was okay. I definitely messed up a lot, and considering like this is why I went with the comfort pick. Like the decision trees are already locked into my brain. Like really, it's just playing around like some of the other cards that I don't know or haven't had a lot of practice against because I barely play, right? And that's the whole point of the series is sorry, dog was chewing some garbage. So the problem is like that's the point of the series is like I really do want to like play and just like see how good I can be at the game. But I didn't miss really Dark Angel in the main deck at all. That was kind of nice. And I thought like the heroes themselves like performed all right. The match changes were nice to see multiples of, or see more often, I guess. Not necessarily see multiples of. But the big flaw in my game plan, surprise, surprise, besides, maybe cutting 2 cards, maybe cutting the main deck rolls or something like that. Or like 1 droplet, 1 talent, so I'm not like breaking on the like triples of something, right? Was really the side, which I knew was going to be rough for me. I didn't mind this. I didn't mind this. Maybe I would try the Spellbound stuff too. Which you don't know. If you don't know, Spellbound, like targeting a monster, basically can't be used as material at all, right? So, like that's good with Dark Angel, and like if you side in that, maybe Gozen too would be nice. But that's like extra slots, and I really feel like coming up, Crossout Designator, especially since I've seen a few deck profiles, like Crossout Designator is getting pretty popular again, amongst like some profiles, not like super popular, but like I've been seeing like people play Crossout to stop Droll, and especially as we move towards a format that's full of the same cards, like everyone's playing the Wanted Engine or like Fire Kings, and they can just like in those kind of formats you can hit main deck cards. Like I can go at like Snake Eye Ash, right, and send your own, which is kind of sick for them. But yeah, I think people are going to be playing Droll a lot, so this might have to find its way into the main deck with more generic hand traps even. If I want to continue to play this, which of course I always do. The Feather Duster was okay, it did what it did. The Solemn came up once, just like I said it would, on a evenly. He went to evenly, like he didn't have like, I guess he had a bad hand anyways. He went to go evenly and like did that, and then he's like, well, I can't play through this. So, was that? Shit, wait, am I mixing up locals now? I think that happened. Well, you guys saw my recap. I don't even remember where shit was happening anymore, but Solemn was pretty nice. I think a big flaw is with this. D-Barrier kind of came up in my report. I think I talked about how that one match like just kind of like stalled, but like nothing happened. He still got to play anyways, and I ended up losing that match. But I think instead of judgments, they become strikes. Because I think a big issue is that I was getting, even when I made my board where I was able to, like Dark Law and Plasma or Plasma DPE or sometimes like all 3, right? That they could out like 1 or 2 of, like if I didn't have both of these, like their choice was super easy to out these. With their Garunics, because it still triggers as like if it's destroyed, right? It doesn't have to destroy and go to graveyard. So yes, it slows them down a little bit, but they can clear my board anyways. This literally didn't come up once. Neither did this. So that makes me think that, and this didn't come up either. So that's making me feel like it might be Super Poly time again, right? I just wish that like there was a better way to play this without like completely locking yourself, right? Like I can't go into like if I Super Poly on my turn, I can't go into Cross Crusader that turn, right? It's like I can't special summon monsters that turn that I use as effect. Like for Ferris, it's the rest of the turn. Like Ferris is nice. Like the fact that it only locks you to like once you use its summon effect or its on field summoning effect to put one in the back row. Because before that, like I could, I mean, in the like Isolde combo heroes, like I could ditch a hero to summon it and use it as like warrior material and like not lock myself. So I think there's some serious labbing that can go into this deck. And one where there's a better way to get poly besides this engine. I think if I can get to poly besides this engine, the deck is bonkers. Like, this engine's sick, don't get me wrong. Like, where are they? This engine's nuts, right? Like, it's like, oh, this plus any hero in hand, like, can get me to full combo. But it's not a one card starter, right? Which sucks. It's like one and not even a half, 3/4. It has to be a hero monster. It's not just like any card. Like it has to be like one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Right? So there's 16 other ones in the deck, which is not nothing, but right? What if I need that card for something else? Like what if I need it for the combo too? So if I'm going to continue to play this, which I think I will for a while, I really don't know what else I want to play. The U-Bell deck kind of seems like it might be fun. But, you know, I'm not in a spot to pick up a whole brand new deck and stuff. So, I mean, we'll see. And as far as this series goes, I'm pretty slammed in that coming weeks. And I'm gonna try to make locals on some Thursday nights and stuff. We'll see if I can get Bell stuff. Maybe there's something to do. Maybe I can figure out a new build for this. But I think my biggest takeaway is these being strikes would have been insane. I would have been able to actually protect my board against, like what I was afraid of was board wipes, right? What I should have been afraid was monster effects, like picking them off one by one. So there we have it. There's episode official 1 in the bag. And I guess I'll see you when I get the next chance to play. Thanks for watching.